everybody. Welcome back to the Slightly Warped Podcast. I'm Rick. That's Big Show. What's up, man?
What's happening?
Not a whole lot. How's your week been going?
Busy, 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 busy.
They making you earn that money, huh?
This week I am earning my keep for sure.
Where are you at today?
Today I'm not too far from you. I just landed in Wichita about an hour ago,
Oh, okay. Woo!
but I've been just about everywhere this week.
You said that just like Johnny Cash. I've been just about it.
I've been everywhere, man.
I love it. Okay. Uh, couple things to get through today. Man, I, I'm gonna start with the big one. Um, for anybody that you know didn't pay attention when you clicked on the thumbnail here, the episode is titled "You Mad, Bro," because you just see it in not just the media, but just on social media, people in general. People get mad, uptight, unwound over some BS things. All right, I'm gonna start here. I saw a picture on I want to say Instagram, and it had the 1956 version of I think the Odyssey or a similar movie, 2004 Helen of Troy, and then they've got under 2026 Lupita Nyong'o, who is playing I believe Helen of Troy on here, or something to that effect in the upcoming Odyssey movie. Um, or she and people are up in arms over it. People are like, "Oh man, I am so sick of uh gender swapping or race swapping for movies. Why can't you just make an original character?" Now, before I get into it, I want to read someone's comment because this hits the nail on the head. And they make 4 points. One, this is a fictional story. Two, Lupita Nyong'o is playing a Spartan child of Zeus living in Troy. None of them had blonde hair or blue eyes. Three, Achilles went in drag to avoid the war and was in love with another man. I'll get to that in a second. And then four, when Shakespeare was alive, there was not a single female character played by a woman in his plays. All right. If I break this down, the first one is paramount. You know, for most of these movies, I would say 95% of them, when they're a remake and they're race or gender swapped, some of it works, some of it doesn't. I get that. But it's fiction. It's fiction. Why would you get mad because a character is played by a different person?
So, what was read the 4 points that they were upset about?
Um,
Read
well,
the first one.
these aren't this is the person responding to the people that are upset.
Okay, read the first one.
This is a fictional story.
Fictional meaning not true.
Right. It's
Okay.
the Odyssey. It's based
I
on
mean,
the
it's an urban legend. Achilles was a real fighter.
yes, but a lot of people don't realize Achilles was gay.
Who knows that? Who said that?
Well,
And how do we know he really was gay?
that's the way he was originally written. If you go back to the original Greek text, and I'll get to the Greek part in a minute. Uh, you remember that movie with Brad Pitt, Troy?
Yeah,
His
yeah. I
cousin
know the story of
Petrocles.
Odyssey.
His
Mhm.
cousin Petrocles in the original writing isn't his cousin; it's his lover.
Okay, so
So, I mean, that was changed, and it's no big deal because I really like Troy. That was a great movie, if you ask me. I don't care about the changes that were made or were not made. Um, and talking about uh, what was his name?
you're
The one we were just talking
Achilles.
about? Yeah, Achilles. I want to back up because I know we mentioned Lapita, but also, what is the actor's name that is now an actor? Was a female, is now male. She's been in a lot of Christopher Nolan movies. I keep saying she, and I'm going to get beat for that. He now. He's been in a lot of Christopher Nolan movies, and
Does that
he is
person still
play.
have a vagina?
I, you know what? I could not tell you. That's one you'd have to look up and see if the interweb has any information on it. I just
Was
know
that
that
person
Elliot Page is the name of
does
the
that
actor.
person still have an XY chromosome?
Probably still has the chromosome. Yeah.
Okay, then they're female. You don't have to worry about any of that.
Well, I mean, yeah, you know my philosophy. I mean, I'm just trying to be politically correct, but I mean, you change what you want to. You can't run away from who you are, and no
So
matter how
who's
much you
playing
feel like it.
Achilles? A chick that
Elliot
identifies
Page.
as a guy?
Yeah, Elliot Page is playing Achilles.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know if I
Um,
like that, but okay.
I don't know how big a part he has in the movie either, because this is based on after the Trojan War and all that. This is more of this is the Odyssey, not the Iliad. So this is the
Mhm.
after effects. So I don't think Achilles has too much in that. But I mean, I've seen Elliot Page lately, and he can easily pass for a dude now. Walks like a dude, talks like a dude. So if I didn't know who that was and didn't know who it was, just 10, 15 years ago, wouldn't care. Doesn't change my perception. Back to the Lapita thing, she's a very beautiful woman. And that's what she's supposed to be, a beautiful woman. I think she's Helen of Troy. Um, Here's my thing.
I'm looking up who Elliot Page was. I didn't even know who she was.
Yeah, she used to be Ellen Page, but I don't know if that makes a difference.
And who'd you
But
say who's the person playing Helen?
Lupita Nyong'o,
Spell that for me.
Lupita, and the last name
Got
is
it.
in. Okay, got it. Um,
Oh, she's the chick off of she's the Wakanda.
Black
She's
Panther.
Black
Yeah,
Panther's girlfriend.
yeah, yeah. Here's my thing.
Oh yeah, she make a beautiful Helen of Troy.
Yes, here's my thing. If we really went and had them playing true Greeks, playing Greeks, you wouldn't have any blonde haired, blue eyed people in this. I mean, think about it at its core. Anybody who's upset because of race swapping, how many times have you watched a movie about Jesus and he had blue eyes and was a white guy?
Damn near every show.
Yeah.
Is there a show
So
that Jesus is black besides the one where Morgan Freeman was God?
I don't know. That's a good one. I'm gonna have to have some people chime in. Hit us up in the comments and throw us out some titles of movies with Jesus in it that wasn't played by a black
That
man.
was played by a black guy.
Excuse me. Yes, I'm sorry. Thank you. Good catch. That was played by a black man. Now, point number two said Lapita's is playing a Spartan child of Zeus living in Troy. None of them had blonde hair and blue eyes. Okay, yeah, yeah. So she covered that. Achilles went in drag
Hold
to
on.
avoid.
Helen was the daughter of Zeus?
I don't know how that works in the writing. I don't
Zeus was a
know.
god.
I think he
Helen didn't
create
have no powers,
no, but I think he fathered several children on Earth and in the heavens.
but they would
So
have some sort of special powers.
maybe hers was her beauty. I'm gonna
Nah,
be
she was
honest with
just
you. I have a leather bound version of the Odyssey and the Iliad, and it's hard for me to read because it is in the old text. So yeah, bro, man might have to get a more Americanized version in order to get through it. And it's really just a big long poem too.
Yes.
Yeah, and I did not realize Achilles went in drag to avoid the war and was in love with. I knew the other part was in love with another man, but I didn't know anything about the drag part because, again, I didn't go that deep into it. I did know that when Shakespeare was alive, only men were in those plays because women weren't allowed to act. And a lot of people forget that. And when you see a movie or a TV show with a Shakespeare play, you see men and women in there, but that wasn't the case.
I'll be damned. She was considered a demigod or a minor goddess.
Okay, so it was her superpower was her beauty. Okay.
Well, no, it didn't say that. It just says she's famously known as the most beautiful woman in the world.
Okay.
But um, I guess Zeus disguised himself and raped her mother,
Man,
who was the wife, who was the queen of Sparta.
look at that Zeus starting wars and shit.
Hmm,
So,
interesting. Very interesting.
but their last line, feel free to boycott, but don't act like it's for just one movie. And I agree with that part too. I mean, we see it in a lot of TV shows and movies, and I'll say up front, like I did, before. I agree with some of it. I don't agree with others, but it doesn't take me out of it per se. It's just a matter of is it good or bad acting? Can they nail the role? I want to give you an example. I don't know if you ever watched the old 1978 series Battlestar Galactica, the TV show.
Yep.
No, not Buck Rogers, Battlestar Galactica.
Mhm. No, I
Anyway,
both. Yes.
okay. Now, here's my thing. When the 2004 version came out, Starbuck was a woman. I kind of raised the eyebrow when I heard that. But from the moment Katie Sackhoff stepped on the screen, she owned that role. And I had no problem with it. None whatsoever. Matter of fact, Boomer was a woman, played by Grace Park. Both of them easy on the eyes. That doesn't hurt at all. And they played their parts really, really well. So,
Isn't am I is Kate Sackhoff? Is she also the same chick from The Mandalorian?
yes,
Okay, let's make
yes,
sure I was thinking of the same one.
yes, you are. Yeah. Um,
Here's
so,
my thing: if
yes,
you if you see a show like this and say, and you're upset that Achilles is a female who is a male who's really a female who thinks she's a male, or that Helen of Troy is not blonde, blue-eyed. And what was the other one? Something else. Uh, don't watch the movie. Don't pay for it. Move on. Who
yeah.
cares? Don't
I
spend your money
mean,
on it. It's kind of like any DC movie come out. Screw DC. We ain't gonna go see it. Wait till it's on streaming for free on Netflix. Well, not free, but
you mentioned
streaming.
DC, and do you remember the? I don't know if you watched the Flash movie.
Oh yeah,
Okay, Supergirl. People were like, "Why she got dark hair?" But she looked good, and for what little screen time she had on there, it worked. People warmed up to
yeah.
it. It's
Actually, that
okay.
wasn't a bad movie. That's a pretty decent movie
It was.
for
There were a few
alternate
things that were
timeline.
cringeworthy, but yeah,
Alternate timeline. You get to see the old school Batmans. I mean, it was pretty
yeah.
dope.
That was well worth it. So I get it. Here's where it doesn't work.
Speaking of Superman,
Uh-huh.
this is kind of changing the subject. I heard somebody say the other day I was down some rabbit, a white man, because Superman's power comes from what?
The sun.
The sun. White people are allergic to the sun. How the hell is he going to be a Superman?
I guess his super skin don't burn, so
It made me giggle when
oh,
I heard it. I was like, good point,
awesome. Yeah, I mean, it would be kind of hard to get a tan if you can walk through fire, so I'll give him a pass.
right?
Something else that made me tickle because there's a lot of LeBron lovers out there, and
Hmm.
they worship the ground he walks on. Somebody put out a picture. It's got two sides. Kareem at 41, LeBron at 41. LeBron's photo has him laying on the ground after flopping. Basically, Kareem is holding a championship trophy. Everybody talks about, oh, LeBron's got this
Got it.
longevity at this and that. Okay, Kareem was holding the championship trophy at 41. LeBron got swept. And if you are the best of the best in your field, you do not get swept in a 7 game series. You at least win one game. That's all I'm
I
saying
don't
about it.
think he's the best. I don't think anybody's saying he's the best of the best now.
There's a lot of people that say he's the GOAT.
He's
He's
one of
not.
them. He's one of the goats. You got to give the man his props.
I give him his props, but
But
remember, I
he,
came up in the Jordan era, so I've
well, so
seen
did I.
things. Yeah, I forget how, with your youthful appearance, you're not that
Yeah,
far
I
behind me.
mean, I'm not saying that. I mean, obviously Jordan is much better basketball player in my eyes, but LeBron is not. And nobody, I don't even
He's
think
not
LeBron
garbage.
fans.
He's not
No, I don't
garbage.
think
No,
even think LeBron fans think he's the best player in the league
mm, I don't know. A
anymore.
lot of
He had to be number 3 on his team this year. He was a third option. So I don't think now his accolades, the things that he's done, he's a multi-time champion with multiple teams, different teams. So I mean, you gotta give the man his props. Plus, it's a different era. It's a different league.
it is. It is a more offensive minded league. That's for sure.
Yeah, I don't
Uh,
think that picture is very. I don't think that's a good look, but
I
I don't know
mean,
what it's trying to mean, what it's trying to say, unless you're just trying to find some hate on LeBron because their team lost.
I think that they were trying to find some hate because that's probably a disgruntled Laker fan.
I mean, the Lakers weren't going to win the title anyway, so
That is also true.
they were, you know, I I bet you Kev is excited that the Knicks are playing as well as they're playing.
Man, the Knicks are balling.
Yeah,
Kevin,
they
props
are.
to you. Props to your team. You deserve, the Knicks to be doing something because,
I'm
man, it's
sideline
been a minute.
rooting for them.
Hey, nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with that. Okay. Going back to movies. Frank
Okay.
Grillo, do you remember him? Um, he played Crossbones in the Avengers movies. He was one of the guys that worked for Hydra. Um,
Crossbones.
yeah. Rumlow. He played Rumlow, the soldier. But in
Which the I think I know what you're talking about.
yeah, he's a really jacked older dude, and he called
Uh,
out Hollywood because they all use steroids, and he names the exact drugs in an interview that a lot of them take, and I found that to be very, very refreshing because we've got a lot of Hollywood actors that, get in a role and they're like, oh, strict. I've been in the gym 20 hours a day and I just eat chicken and broccoli and uh, drink lots of water. And that's how I got this way. And you know damn well that's not how you got that way. And Frank laid it out. He mentioned it because the older you get, the harder it is to get in shape. You do need some enhancement. And he admitted that he has taken gear because A, he needs to at his age, and B, the demands, especially when you're busy, to get as much work in as possible between shooting or flying somewhere or doing something, you have to. And I just thought it was really refreshing because I really wish other Hollywood A-listers would come forward and say, "Yeah, I take this. I take that." I mean, how old is The Rock?
What did, so what did he say he did?
It doesn't say in this article, but I saw it. I think he said he took DECA. I know that he was taking is it HGH? He mentioned that, and he mentioned God, what was the other one? I know he mentioned a couple things, and
He's taking uh health enhancers, basically, is what you're saying.
if used the right way, yeah.
No, he's
And I
saying that's
do.
what he did.
Oh no, he mentioned a steroid too. I mean,
And
he doesn't shy away from it.
right. I mean, I guess it would depend on the actor. I'm not gonna say every actor did it or
No,
doesn't. You know,
no, but
I mean, depending on how big the role is and how long they're gonna be in the role and how much time they have to plan for the role.
yeah, I mean, when let's look at The Rock for example. He's in his 50s, and the dude is still massive, still looks great. There's got to be some sort of enhancement there, whether legal or
Not
not
saying that
legal.
there isn't, but The Rock is an athlete first, actor
Yeah.
second. There's a difference.
Hmm. Okay.
He was a high or a college football player for the Miami Hurricanes. Didn't do very well. Then actually went into the wrestling. He was an athlete, you know.
Hmm.
So you were, and I'm sure there was something going on there. Don't get me wrong. Most of the wrestlers in that age, well, or older, definitely were on the stuff. But he has was he's a, a system already in place that he's been doing for years.
Okay.
You know, so I don't think he's a good example. Now, if you did like I don't know, somebody that was not very healthy and then got a you know jacked up for some role. I mean, what did Hugh Jackman look like before the Wolverine? Uh, you know, what did Henry Cavill look like before Superman?
Henry Cavill was still pretty buff. Wasn't
Okay,
as
so
ripped,
bad
but
example.
yeah,
I'm just saying somebody that's been a part. I would say what did Chadwick Boseman look like, but I mean, obviously he wasn't jacked up for Black Panther, but I mean he was in
yeah.
shape. Um, I don't know.
I mean,
I mean, I guess the biggest actor that took the stuff and went from skinny to big was Chris Evans because he was Captain America.
yeah, he did get
I mean, they did it right in
bigger,
the
but
movie. They did it right in the movie.
yeah,
He was super skinny, shot him up with that shit, and he come out super big. I mean, it's right there. He did steroids.
yeah, and make no mistake about it, there are
You didn't
also
get my
other
joke.
Hollywood. Oh, I get it. Nothing special came out of him except for what was in the bottle. Uh, RDJ said it himself. But there are special things that Hollywood does too in those movies. Um, I know that they did a
For
little
sure.
digital retouching to Chris Hemsworth in the last Thor movie. Um, in the scene where he had his clothes ripped off of him. I think they made his delts a little bit bigger and they gave him a little bit denser six pack or something like that. So, yeah, we know that too. So, I do understand that these things send a wrong message to young kids uh, unless they're educated on how this works. You
Hmm.
cannot get it, get that kind of body in a short amount of time, and you cannot sustain it over a long period of time unless you put in the work.
I just say it, like I said with the actors, because if you go the opposite, I forget the name of that movie that Matthew McConaughey played in. That he had AIDS. but like he got super skinny, like toothpick skinny for that movie.
Yeah.
I forget the name of that movie. Dallas Buyers
Dallas
Club, was
Buyers
that
Club.
it?
Yeah, that was
Yeah.
it.
So I mean, they'll
I
they'll
mean,
do what they need to do for the craft.
you mentioned that. I'll do you one better. The guy that played Batman before, um, not Keaton, not Affleck, the one in between. God, what was his name? Christian Bale. Right
Hmm.
before he played Batman, he was in a movie called The Machinist. He had dropped down into a dangerously low body fat level. And actually, he had physicians on set with him during the last few weeks of shooting that movie because they were concerned. And not only that, but dude had to gain about 100 pounds back in a short amount of time just so that he could get on the set of the Batman movie.
Wow.
So he put his body through it. Another one, Tom Hardy. He hasn't mentioned taking any gear or anything, but he did mention that he has to take a few months off from any Hollywood film shoots or TV shoots for a while to rest his body because he said his body is just beat up. And I know that he physically alters himself for different roles. I remember when he played Bane in The Dark Knight. So he got
Hmm.
big for that. And he said that he hurt himself um, working out, lifting so heavy for that movie just to meet the demands. So
Hmm.
uh, I am not in any way, shape, or form saying that these actors don't do anything because I know better than that. I just think that they should be
Well,
more
they also
transparent.
can afford the chefs and the physical
Oh yeah,
trainers and all that good stuff too. So
yeah. Speaking of healthy, I want to go over a couple things. These are some things that I just found interesting. If you're having trouble sleeping, try these. It says here if you eat grapes before bed, they can boost melatonin and give you the deepest sleep of your life. I don't,
hmm.
I might have to try that.
So drink a
Eating,
glass of wine. Gotcha.
eating a sweet potato in the evening may help regulate blood sugar and support longer uninterrupted sleep. Okay.
It's your
You
slice
know,
of sweet potato pie. I'm on it.
here's the thing. Yeah, once you introduce that sugar into it, does that change the effects? See, they're not telling me that. Eat an avocado at night. This can boost GABA levels and help calm your nervous system for deeper sleep. I don't know what a GABA level is, but you know, put a little guacamole on my taco, and we'll see if
I've
that
never been
works.
told to watch my GABA levels, so I think I'm good.
Eating papaya before bed can aid in digestion and help your body
Eating
relax
what?
into a deep papaya.
Oh, I thought you said something else.
I'm not going there, folks. Lastly, eating lettuce before bed may calm the nervous system and help you fall asleep faster.
I see. I
Um,
disagree. You eat lettuce before bed, your stomach's gonna be growling because you're gonna be hungry.
uh, yeah, it's hard for me to get into vegetables. I used to be the non-vegetable person. You know, my significant other, she's got me eating more vegetables now. You know, props to her. Because and my physician too. I mean, he said, hey, you need the lycopene for the the prostate cancer thing. So,
Mhm.
uh, yeah, tomatoes, here we come. So, between the two of them, she's got me eating more salads, eating more tomatoes. Yay. And they almost don't taste as bad as I think they do. Now, I don't know about eating a salad before bed. That ain't going to happen.
No.
All right. Back to more hate, though, before we close this out. There's a lot of people that are still hating on the Michael Jackson movie. I've not seen it yet. I meant to when it came out. Things came up. I will eventually see it. But I want to bring up two things before we go. Right now, it's the highest grossing biopic of all time. So apparently, even though the critics hate it, there's a lot of people out there that don't. I believe Rocket Man, the Elton John story, had $195. $195. I'm sorry. Don't want to just $195 million. Uh, Straight out of Compton, 202 million. I forgot that was on this list. The Elvis movie, 289 million, and Bohemian Rhapsody at 911 million. Now, right now, Bohemian Rhapsody is in first place, uh, total gross. But the Michael Jackson movie is going to eclipse that because it's already over the halfway point, and it isn't even into what its third week. So
Yeah,
the
the
question
Elvis
is,
movie, I wouldn't consider that a biopic.
you wouldn't? I didn't
Nah,
watch it. I didn't see that one. Out of the
yeah,
out
it
of the
was.
ones on this list, I haven't
I'm
seen
surprised it
Bohemian
was that
Rhapsody
good.
yet, but I would like to
Oh,
watch
that
that one.
is phenomenal. That is a
Is
great
it?
one. With Freddie
I
Mercury about yeah,
Yeah,
Freddie Mercury.
I will have to check
Yes,
that one out.
that is really
Um,
good. And
Now
Straight Outta Compton was pretty decent.
I love Straight Outta Compton. It was good. It was really good. The second thing I want to bring up though, this is for the people that love the Michael Jackson movie. As you know, we're somewhere around 80 some odd subscribers on YouTube. And if you're listening, on a podcast feed, keep your ears open because, this is important. Subscribe to the YouTube channel anyway, because once we hit 200 subscribers, which is what, 120 something to go. Once we hit 200 subscribers, I am going to give away the Michael Jackson movie on Blu-ray. We'll just put some names in a drawing, and I'll draw somebody out. You do have to be a subscriber in order to win that. So everybody that's already subscribing, you're in. Everybody that's a future subscriber, you can get in. Once we hit 200, I put my magic hand in the magic hat, and I'll pull out a name, and somebody's getting it. And I understand it'll take us several months to get up to 200, but it's going to be several months before this thing gets released on Blu-ray. But you'll at least own it. You can watch it at home all you want, and it's there for you, and you won't have to pay a dime for it. You
There you
heard it
go.
here first. All right, we are winding it down. Um, I want to go over one more thing before we do, though. This article tickled me. A man sold a solar powered dryer for $49. Buyers only received a clothesline rope. How boss is that?
Say it again now. They sold a what?
He sold a quote unquote solar powered dryer, and people that ordered it got a clothesline rope. I mean, he's not wrong. I would
Genius.
be curious to see how much he made and what the ramifications are on that. That would be good to know.
I am not gonna knock his hustle.
No, I mean, hey, call it what you will. That's outside the box thinking.
It is.
Yeah. So, do you have
It
anything before
is.
we get out of here, Big Show?
Nothing new, nothing special. Just it's good to be back on here.
Yes, it
No, it's
is.
been a
Yes, it
minute.
is.
I mean, since the last time I was here, I got to hang out with the Billy Blanks. Uh, it was a phenomenal day of martial arts training. Um,
I saw those Facebook videos. It looked like you guys had a lot of fun and there was
oh
a
yeah, it
lot
was a
learned.
blast. It was a blast. And that dude is 70 some odd years old, still competing. I think he competes next month in Vegas. So it's, I was gonna try to make it down there, but I probably won't make it. But we're gonna, this is gonna be a yearly event, and so he'll be coming every year. When it gets close to next year's event, I know my instructor wants to come on and kind of hype it up
Hey,
and some
I have no
things like
problem with
that. So
that.
I told him we'll make that happen. But
Yeah,
yeah,
he's welcome anytime.
Just been a super busy day or a busy few weeks. So glad to be back on here, and yeah, we'll see y'all next week.
Hey, if you're a sports fan next week, the NFL schedule comes out uh, tomorrow. As of the taping of the show, we are talking NFL schedule next week. So get ready for it. And
Good deal.
again, before we get out of here, make sure you subscribe. Even if you don't plan on watching on YouTube, subscribe anyway. Get your name in that drawing because we are giving the Michael Jackson biopic away. All right.
That's right. We're gonna get the winning Powerball numbers away once we hit 200.
All right.
I'm not going to
Show,
tell you
take us
which
on out of
drawing.
here.
I'm not going to tell you which drawing it was for. It could be for the 1975 Powerball, but still, I don't think it was around back then. But anyway,
And now you selling a clothesline rope.
hey, that's where you think I got the idea.
Right? It's ingenious thinking. Take us on
That's
out of
right.
here.
Just send random bills out to people in the phone book. I bet you people will pay you. 2.99, $2.99 bill. They'll be like, oh crap, let me pay this. Get a couple 100,000 people paying you. You rich.
Can't knock the
Hey,
hustle.
we'll see y'all next week, man. Love each other.
You
Peace
guys
and
take
chicken
care.
grease.